entirely confident in their Inferno game. But, you know, after that sort of performance from Invictus, I'm not confident in them either. So I guess it's just completely 50-50. They lost to Bren on this map. They beat D13. They scraped beyond. They lost to After. This isn't a confident map for them. So we're into our pistol. Zhao Sage, he's going to kick it off. They are starting on the T side, and that does mean at least that they can dictate the pace. Ronan Baby is going to turn things around, and holy cow, everyone is dead.
Well, not too bad of a turnaround here for the T side. Bomb dropped as well. Shosage has got a pretty tough time. You get a 1v4, and, well, it ain't going to happen. Bobo taking that frag. It said it was through the smoke, but he could definitely see him. A 1-0 we go. ZAI. They've done what needs to be done. They've gotten the round on the board to win this. Question is, can they win the second? Because their track record ain't great.
Yeah, they haven't won a series. So I'm guessing that's what you're getting at.
Tom, sorry, I just need to quickly interject. They didn't get a bomb plant, Tom. And they're force buying up. It's just stupid.
Why not, right?
It's like I'm all for sitting here and going, well, that is a decision. No, you're wrong. You're approaching this game incorrectly. Like, why would you do that?
Maybe they want the extra utility going into their buy. Or maybe they're just going to win this round and make you look like a fool. They are pretty damn good with these Deegs. In fact, I'd say they're better with the Deegs than they are with anything else. So there you go. It's actually a very smart decision.
I will say the most frustrating thing as an analyst, regardless of broadcaster team, is when you look at a strategy and you say, please don't do this, it's wrong. And then they do it, and you'll have a combination of fans, viewers, and the team themselves go, but it worked. It's like, doesn't mean you should do it. Like,
here we
it's
go.
like jumping off a cliff without knowing how deep the water is.
They've got an entry. It's down to Splashgate. It could be going wrong, Mitchell. Oh, he's gonna die. Him. He's dead. He's dead. They've got the kill.
Jesus.
They're making you look like a fool, Mitch. A fool, I tell you. You know, now like, it's left on to Bulbasaur and Neff, and they should just be saving.
I hate it, Tom. I hate it so much. Like, well, he's got the kill at least. They're not going to go for this, are they? They're going to go for it. It's a 2v3.
Let's go,
you've got barely any time. What are you doing? Oh, I hate this round. Everything about this just kills me. I mean, I feel worse than Dave when you cheated on for the 11th time. He was still surprised. Like, the reality
Dave doesn't exist, does he?
His name's not Dave, but he does. It wasn't 11 times, but it was a significant number. It was I don't even know how many it was, to be honest, because does it count as cheating if like it's two different people before you find out? Is that two or is it one? I don't know. We had to ask ourselves a lot of questions on the morality of how to calculate figures.
That's not even a question. It's two. What?
It's two? If it's done twice with one person, is it 2 or 1?
I'd say that's 2 different counts.
All right. Well, then it's probably 11.
Okay.
For
Dave is a fool.
yeah. We told him. And
is it Dean? It was Dean, was it?
Oh, no, it wasn't Dean. It wasn't Dean. You don't know. I went to school with them. I didn't go to school with Dean.
Wait, you didn't? I thought all Irish people would like live within like
screw you, Tom.
10 meters of each other.
Well, the thing is, right? It's like diving off a cliff, right? And not knowing how deep the water is, like whether there's rocks there or not. You just kind of go, oh, that's a cliff, I'll jump off. And you land in the water and you go, but I had a great time. It was really fun. It's like, but you should not have done it. Like, there's a decent chance you died. It's like
YOLO, innit?
I splashed and it was fun. I might do it again on a different.
Just keep saying YOLO. It's fine.
Exactly, YOLO.
They're gonna push into the 3-man stack here. Now there's no boost, so they should be okay. They've already lost 1 man. The spam through is not going to do anything, but Spiels does manage 1, and that will be all. I thought maybe there was going to be something a little bit more there, but unfortunately, for the remaining 2 players, there's very little hope in this round, and thus they shall probably go for it.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy that we found Eminem on this one.
Let's go, Ronan, baby. Got 1 kill. Viva is going to be
Please.
Down and out. Bottle and flying. Oh, it's getting a little bit dicey. There's only 15 seconds, though. They have to run. Someone needs to get on the defusal. They need to kill off this man in the corner first, though, and they lost the round. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He got the kill, but it's too late. That's a shame.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Hey,
one of them had to stick it.
He got an M4. Why is he throwing his guns away?
He thought he was dead, but he's not. If he lost that weapon because he thought he was dead,
the funny thing is, I'm pretty sure the bomb would have pushed it away. So he he lost it. Oh,
I mean, if it was still up in the air, it could have actually flown away. Why are they facing as well with so little time? Like, I really want to find Eminem. I thought we'd found him, but no. I want to snap back to reality.
Oh,
there
goes gravity.
This is really just mom's spaghetti at the moment.
Oh,
although no, my mom makes good spaghetti.
I don't think that was what the song was about.
But in the context that I'm saying it in, it doesn't make it.
Come on, Bulbasaur. Come on. No.
Here we go.
He's gone backwards. No, he was too far away. He hit him, but it was too far away.
I mean, he went back there so that if he got swung on the other side, it'd be a better chance that he didn't get seen, right? Minimize your view model.
It's not that he made a bad play. It's just a shame.
Yeah.
Spiels has an AK, though. Now, they could just save these two weapons. Now, these last couple of rounds have been fairly manic. Some questionable decisions. But we're going to get on with it for my mental sanity. Nonetheless, few kills each round. 4 players surviving, though, this one. So Invictus will have made a little bit of extra cash. And realistically, why is Destroyer the one pushing? He's not. He's just gone, what is it? This man's weird. Don't peek, Spiels. Don't peek. Don't peek. Please. Please. Why? Oh.
It's just... It's not the biggest of deals, and it's not like rounds are being directly decided at the moment because of some of these decisions, but at the same time, it is just a head scratcher. It really is. To try and understand what's going on inside their heads is the greatest task I've ever had.
I felt like it's like trying to get through one of those like laser mazes you see in the movies. Where like you can't really see what you're trying to avoid, so it's very difficult to understand. Interestingly, that works on another level because normally the way to get through it, you need to put down a load of smoke so that you can see them all. And obviously, in this case, the players will just run through it.
Just like in as they would handle such a delicate maze, just run.
Dun, 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 dun. Just straight away, all the alarms go off. It's like, what are you doing? It's like, well, I couldn't see the lasers. That means they are not there. Like, no, that's not how it works.
Runs up, smashes the case, takes the thing, runs out the front door, like, past all the security cameras, not wearing a mask. Like, they can just see exactly who it is.
Destroyer's just like, and I got the case. It's just like, you're not holding a case. You're holding a piece of paper. Like, what did you steal? Like, just stolen something completely. You ran into the wrong building. Either way, Splash K, good position. They half check him. What has just happened? The lazy peek. That's what we call that one.
It wasn't even. It was
as if you've just. I guess he assumed because it was solid deep banana that there was no one there.
This is what I want to ask you, Tom. In what world do you have a player hiding sandbags while the other player is on the back of the site? Because honestly, and I mean this genuinely, if they had have expected him to be there, I would have paused this game so that I could report their coach for cypher camming. He would be sent straight to ESIC because that is brain dead. Like, that is not a hold. Why would you hold it like that?
Oh, here we go.
Let's imagine he doesn't find 3
Wait,
kills.
there was no one else there? Why did he...
It's just Xiao Sage. In a Mac 10 though, you wanted to play aggressive entry. But I mean, generally entry, you want someone behind him to trade.
Exactly.
But you know, whatever. They don't play Counter Strike by the rules. But if you imagine he didn't find 3 kills from Sandbags last round, and then they just go to site, the guy gets 1 kill and traded, we would just be screaming right now about how stupid of a setup that was. And it was still that stupid of a setup. It just worked.
But the thing that's more infuriating is that someone on Invictus looked at Sandbags and went, nope, no one there. I'm going to forget that round. It didn't happen. Bulbasaur, he's setting up the nade. Currently in round number 1 of the match. And he's going to do a little bit of damage. Don't know why they've got guns in round number 1, but we'll move on. And Neff, Bulbasaur, and Ronan, they've shut this down quite effectively. It's going to be left on to flying. He has got 40 seconds to try and retrieve the bomb. Well, if anything, he's just got to kill everyone at this point. Molotov going to be going down. It will be able to clear Ronan Baby out the corner. It doesn't have much support, but he doesn't need it. This seems to be his map. It's a weird one, because I'll be honest, like... Do you know what? He actually just is somebody. Like, is there a relation? Because it's like, it's not a map that I would put that should work for, like, really puggy players. Obviously, it's one that everybody knows how to play most of the time. But, like, most of the time, aggression on this map gets caught because it's so risky. Whereas him and somebody just seem to be able to perform incredibly well on this map. And it kind of irritates me, but at the same time, it is entertaining. They've smoked their own Molotov, and...
Smart play.
That's twice now on different teams that someone has looked at a player and then looked away.
Mm-hmm. You know, Tom, I feel like, we're rushing down with an MP9. At least the support was there. At least Splash K was peeking. I actually couldn't tell. And he's gone out for more. Alright, I want to paint a picture. He loses that fight, right? Maybe it's a deagle. He gets deagged. A player with the bomb rushes B, picks up his rifle on the way. And all of a sudden, he's got a rifle. He's got a bomb planned as well. And we end up in a spot where that round can be lost quite easily. The alternative is that he doesn't peek and his teammates come in up behind Banana. They box him in and they peek together. Which one of those sounds better? Well, the first one apparently, because that's what we like to do here.
I don't understand why he, like, if someone lazy peeks something, right? It's because they don't expect someone to be there. Why did he think logs was clear?
I think typically when you smoke bottom Banana, you imagine that it's unlikely one guy's going to be tucked in. However, you also have to remember they've got pistols. Like the fact that they have pistols
rushes Banana every round. What do you mean it's likely to be clear?
That's quite true. Also,
if you've watched any game, even this one, you'd know that that's not going to be clear.
Yeah, I think well, I suppose only one guy.
They didn't know it was there.
The difference for me is that when it comes to just typically, you smoke bottom Banana, you've cleared left side, and you pushed all the way down without a peek. How likely is it someone's going to play completely by themselves? No spams coming through the smoke, like nothing at all. It seems like they weren't even playing bottom mid.
Like, even if you're like,
firstly, of course you check it. Firstly, of course you check it, but secondly, consider the team you're up against exactly as you said. Xiao Sage has been pushing Banana every round, and the idea of, oh well, he wouldn't play solo and he would not have any support here. That doesn't exist in this region. Like, they also missed their molly. The molly last round was meant to go into tree, but it bounced off the left side of the wall and went in the smoke. And I guess they just went, let's pretend the molly's there. It shows a really shockingly low level of adaptation, though, Tom. Okay, please don't lose this round. But I just want to quickly say the fact that in that strategy, he was not supposed to clear tree because it was supposed to be mollied. And when the molly misses, he doesn't realize, I now have to clear tree. He's like, nope, strat says I don't have to clear a tree.
Oh, dear.
God. You're solo A holding from that position, and you know there's a guy in apartments because he'd already gotten a kill. That's just silly.
Well, this round's looking pretty good for Invictus. Sitting on the positive side of the fence for once, they have a chance to now win themselves a round. They've got a couple of Molotovs on the CT side as they're looking to try and clear out some of these angles. An ult for Splashgate isn't ideal, but he's got Flying peeking against him. That gave him a chance. The backside corner is currently held by Bottle, who's going to go swinging out. Nice shot from Spiels, but Bottle's got the trade, and Splashgate's a bit far behind, but he just runs in with a USP. They're going to hold on to the round, and I mean hold on to, as that was one that they never should have been losing. 6-3, HUAT continue to gain on their lead, but their finances have taken a pretty hefty hit, and now we can come in with a buy. Now, bear in mind, Viva's normally my go-to player when it comes to this map. If he plays well, they normally win. There was one game where I think he got 30-plus kills in this map, and they lost. But normally that's enough, especially with Flying performing as well. Currently, Flying has 3 kills, Viva has 1. This is not what we want to see when it comes to an Invictus comeback on this match. Now, obviously, they've got 5 wins. Realistically, that should be enough. 6, I think, is the point of guaranteed promotion into the playoffs. So your Tiger, your Tyloo, they are already confirmed to be through. It just depends. Obviously, it does matter where you finish, because it affects your seeding quite heavily. Flying. Looking like there might be a potential solo peek. Ronan Baby's locked in. He's got to be careful. They're running through short, but he'll get the first kill for free. There's already a man on site. Molotov's not going to do anything as it lands straight in the smoke. And Neff, they don't know he's here yet. Well, they do now. He's just missed some bullets. And actually, it's falling apart a little bit. Somehow, they still managed to get away with the kills, and the flank is coming in. Ronan Baby might be lost, but they've kept control of the pit. The spray coming out from Xiao. Sage, though, a Destroyer's found another one. They didn't need to push that. They've left it all onto Neff, and he's going to fall as well. Oh, dear, HUAT. The thing that's frustrating here is you had a player in pit, and you had short control. There wasn't really a place they could do anything from, but instead, both players just run in.
Onwards and upwards. You know, for a team like Invictus, 4 rounds, they're getting close to their target goal of 6. Without Flying showing up, as you were saying, it's almost a scary prospect. Because like, this scoreline right now is good for Invictus, and they've managed to obviously put them down to an eco over on the CT side, so this should be 5. I don't see any problem with them even finishing on that kind of scoreline. The CT side should be better. We know HUAT are not really capable on Inferno. They're not a great Inferno team at all. And we've already seen that in some of the decision makings on the fly. Molly misses in Banana, then they just pretend that it's hit. They don't clear it. You solo hold A, pretend they can't come through apartments after spotting someone in apps 20 seconds ago. And it seems like their protocols for when things are going right are fine. But it's when things go wrong, when you lose that opening pick, when you're left in a position where something is left open. Maybe you've lost long control. How do you adapt to holding CT on the B site? Maybe you've lost control over short. Well, do you retake it, or how do you hold the site itself or pit? Being wary of apartments, all that sort of stuff. And I don't think they've got the knowledge or the comfort level on this map to really make those decisions on the fly. Viva's got 2 kills. Like, this is ridiculous. 3 for Flying. Definitely not the players you'd expect to be trailing on the leaderboard.
And the worry as well is on the CT side, especially, they play the most pivotal roles. Like, you normally see Viva challenge, or overly challenge Banana, and then Flying's the pit player. So if either of them are performing badly in the next half, they're going to be in real trouble. Now, do I think they'll have 2 back-to-back bad halves? Probably not. I think it's unlikely. Splashkid's actually going to go back through that smoke, regain Banana control, but the rest of the team are gathering up. Now, this is where I would have liked to see a more 4-1 rotation, and they are eventually going to go for it. The problem is, it's likely to be too little too late, and the flashbangs have gone over, and Spiels has decided to stay on B. Maybe just didn't want to get in on the fight. Ronan Baby for the pit. He's going to have to hit some tasty shots. He does get one, and Neff's in the pit as well. He's trying to hold the line, and he has to waste an awful lot of time here. He's being pushed from 3 different angles. Chance of survival slim, but he's doing a damn good job of it. Viva's managed to catch another one. The incendiary is going to make things a little bit awkward for him, but it doesn't seem to matter. Again, the rotation from the other side has not done enough. And although Neff put up a hero's round, Viva did slightly better as he goes from 2 kills to 7 in 1 round.
Not too shabby. You know, you got to call a player out to really get the best out of them, evidently. A flying sucks. All right, so he's going to ace this round, and that will be a nice, comfortable spot. I mean, Invictus are already looking good. The reality is, you know, on the T side, the expression, I don't know if I've said it to you before, Tom. I've definitely said it a lot. The T side is like an oven. The CT is like a microwave. You come in, you're expected to be on straight away if you're on the CT side. But on the terrorist, yeah, you can warm up into it, right? You spend a little while figuring out how your opponents are playing and trying a couple different setups, and eventually you make that connection. You hit it. If you play American football, the T side's the offense, same as it is here, the offense. You get your 4 tries to get your 10 yards, as opposed to the defense who have to be stopping you every step of the way.
This round at least not looking too good. Maroon and Baby, the Deagle King, is dead, and then onwards it should be easy pickings now for Invictus. I can't say they particularly deserve to take the lead, but at the same time, if they do, I don't think they're going to be complaining too much. Their map choice, one that we do expect them to play better on, but from what we've seen so far this tournament, that's not always been the case, and a lot of that has been down to their CT sides being poor. Obviously, Viva's ace in the last round is going to put the wind into his sails, and anything attempted in this round it's just going to fall flat. Galsage needs to make sure he at least holds onto the rifle. Spiels is going to look to try and hunt him down. Only 1 HP, but he doesn't connect the shot. 7-6, a flawless round will put the money in the pockets of Invictus. And now they are heading their way to a half victory.
And it is the thing that once you see that T side warmed up, right, once they figure you out, you have to go to your B plan. You have to start defending differently. Maybe it's where you start throwing in a little bit of added aggression to catch them off guard. You can test for map control a little bit earlier, but if HUAT don't have those protocols, they don't have the B and C plans, well then, this is where Invictus just kind of steamroll them from this point forward on the T side. And 7 rounds is already too much to give away. I think it's quite likely we end up a little bit higher up, and certainly if they win this round, Tom, you're looking at a 9-6 half for Invictus more than likely. That's really not where you want to be playing from. And look at this A-fake they're selling right now. All the utility coming over. But Spiels has made it to sandbags. I think they heard him go there. They knew exactly what was going. He's going to push the smoke.
Oh my. What? He gets 2? Oh dear, Bobus was going to run through the next one as well. Oh, he almost gets a kill, but it's not very clever. And, well, with what was a 3v2, now a 2v2, they had a good chance in the afterplant position. Instead, Viva is going to get an aggressive spot. Nice kill onto Ronan, and Neff's nowhere near the trade. It's all too easy for Invictus, and... oh.
2 maps now. I've seen Bobasaur do that. He's 5 for 12 at the moment. And I don't know. I'm not enjoying his decision making. I think it's really, really terrible in a lot of these situations. Because I get it from some players. He's like, oh, I'm going to make a play. Or he feels like he has to make a play when he absolutely doesn't. And the risk he's taken never really pays off. As if. Double openings, MP9, Scout, both tagged up pretty heavily. But considering the AK and the M4 haven't even been involved just yet. This is a... oh my god. Nice. At least it's a tag. Flying so easy to take down. This round is going so damn well for HUAT. Of course it is, Tom.
Makes me very uncomfortable. Neff, he's going to spot him, though. They're getting very lucky in this round. Very, very lucky with a lot of timing spots. Bottle, though, he's looking to try and fight this back. Now, both players are very far away from each other. Bulbasaur's going to push down the bottom of mid. We'll see the switch up of Splash K into the pit. A lot of information gathered up by Bulbasaur. Likely tell his teammate that it's going to be a push in his direction. Bottle's been having a fairly decent game so far. Splash K yet to spot him out, and that will be the free kill. The 1v4 turned 1v1 as Bottle has brought this back, and the last man has been a man that we've questioned many a time so far in this matchup. Bulbasaur to try and...
For them, some teams do thrive a little bit more when they're on that attacking side, and they don't have the pressure on their back of trying to make those holds. And I think if you're uncomfortable with a map, actually... it's probably a little bit easier, Tom, to attack than it is to defend. On a map like Inferno, especially, where the rotates are so long, and you've got to make they get a 4v4 and just gave every single shot to Viva. The wallbang kill onto the low HP Ronin baby from the spam, then those two swings onto the side. It was a depressing affair, really. And with Invictus going up 9-7, we should see one more go their way. Now, even with a bomb plant, HUAT have decided against force buying in this round, which would be very common. Instead, they've gone for pistols, and they managed to get a 1-for-1. What?
I don't look at them, they can't see me.
That was so good, though. They flashed him. They completely flashed him. They got a plant. They've got 2 kills. This is great. Oh, my... no!
Oh, there's no way Splash K wins this. There's no way. He's actually going to get spammed through the wall. But yeah, that's a very, very good round. A huge amount of money made for HUAT. A lot of damage done to their opponent's economy as well. If they can win this round, then they're going to be in a fantastic position. Pulling out where the smoke is. That's nice.
That was actually scary, though. Like, the pushing him one at a time, terrible. I love that approach, though. Once I find the opening on apps, their player is even low, but they call, the flash was already ready. They chuck it over, they completely blind the player on short. And he dives out, dives on. Then Ronin Baby had his flash as well, just to cover him on that swing through, pull the up off the angle, Spiels! He's straight onto Viva, he's opened up B, dragging the rotate back over towards the site, and Xiaosage, well, he's playing this alone. I'm actually surprised they don't 2-man rotate at this stage. Because he could have just been completely overwhelmed, but I suppose the lack of pressure and the lack of utility coming over made him feel comfortable in solo holding for now, but once the flash is popped, Bottle's on his way.
And that's all a fake as well. They've used that flash, that small amount of utility as an elaborate ruse. The only thing is, it's similar to what we've seen previously. They faked this out, but they've taken too long. They've taken way too long. So their opponents already know that this is a fake, and they're going to have the 3-man stack. The spam through does so much damage. Xiaosage actually gets the kill on the other side of the map as well. And this goes from an advantage to a disadvantage in a matter of seconds. Flying from the pit is someone tough to clear. And the pressure onto Bottle eventually nets them a kill. They've still got to watch out as there's a man in the smoke in the pit. And they're hunting for him. Destroyer has got another kill as well. And it's left all onto Bulbasaur.
Very half-assed one, right? It's not one that's going to fake out a whole lot of teams into sticking in position. I think just generally what we're seeing from them is the lack of comfort on the map itself. The smoke's being thrown down by Invictus, the angles they're holding. It's not something that HUAT are evidently used to playing against. And I think from an objective standpoint, this definitely should be Invictus's map. With an 11-7 lead, I doubt they throw this one away. Not even so much I doubt they throw it away, it's I doubt HUAT have got what it takes to actually turn things around. That's more so the issue.
I don't know. I think Invictus have managed to disappoint me so many times I wouldn't be overly surprised. And while with a double entry coming out from Ronin and Splash K on Banana, they might be about to give it a damn good try, Mitch. As a nade, not even going to reach them. Bottle spam through it. It should realistically just be a save here. Did you know, Mitch, that the M4A4 has tracer bullets, so that if you shoot through smokes, the players can see where they're coming from. That's the difference between that and the silenced M4, which doesn't. And that's actually one of the reasons the silenced M4 can be quite viable, is that when you spam through smoke, it's harder to tell. Now, in the round we've just witnessed, the spam through the smoke actually gave a fair bit of information to Splashk as to where to spam back. So Bottle may have seemed like he wasn't taking that risky a spray, but in fact loses his gun because of the use of the AK. Still, there is potential that this round could go amiss. And HUAT, oh, they've let plenty of rounds slip like this so far. They're making a hell of a lot of noise going into the apartments. The bait's been taken. Destroyer peeks out, but he's only going to get one. And now the push continues on towards this A site flying. He's trying to be the lurk at the bomb. The bomb! Oh, he actually headshot Bulbasaur through the wall. Oh, that could have gone so badly wrong. The bomb was so far behind everyone else. HUAT have definitely got away with one there.
Rather fortunate indeed. They won't be caught off. They won't be punished, as you said. They get away with it, and the 12th round is stalled, at least for now. Viva on his way up through the apartments looks for an exit, but it's unlikely he gets it. Like, he's got a USP up against full HP, full armored opponents. Good luck. But here we go. 11-9, and Invictus, they might not even full buy, actually. I mean, in a map like this, it's not uncommon to take the weaker weapons to back up your rifles, but I think with the lead they've got, based on those deagles coming out, they're comfortable to take this one as an eco and actually give, potentially, a 10th round over to HUAT, just so when they do get a buy, it'll have an off, and more importantly, really, on this map, oh my god! Have full utility, and that's one hell of a way to start things off.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they invest into two. This is a lot of the time Viva likes to throw one up. Destroyer is someone who picks up an AWP as well. Nice trade at least comes in eventually from Neff. Now this double peeking pit is a fairly risky one. They've started to gamble that maybe it's going in the other direction. Xiaosagi going to get some close range angles around the smoke. Of course, their opponents are going to be running through it. This is free kills. It's just free kills. Bulbasaur trying to trade things back. Neff left into a 1 versus 1. The last man's coming in behind him. This was only deagles, Mitch. This wasn't even a full investment. And Neff has to try and save them once again. He doesn't know where the last man's coming from. The timing is going to work out in flying favor, but he hits the tap. Oh my goodness, HUAT, you are scraping by these last few rounds. It's making me so uncomfortable. And well, now there's a buy coming up, Mitch. If anything, this is Invictus's chance to slam them into the ground.
This has been anything but clean, isn't it? That kind of round.
There's a whole
really
minute on the clock. A whole minute.
Like, those pistols shouldn't be getting anywhere near that much work done. It was a great opening by Viva, and that almost cost them.
But that's the thing. They didn't need to run through that smoke. They just didn't need to. They could have just waited.
Yep.
Ooh, those are some nice nades. And Xiaosagi is just running down Banana. He's got to be careful. There is still a man in the logs, but he has a teammate to help him out. And this is a quick cleanup for them so far. 2 players remaining, Bulbasaur and Splashk. Splashk's had a pretty damn good game. 22 kills for him. Even still, I think the likelihood of them bringing this one back is slim. Okay, Destroyer is now just holding the angle, so realistically, now that he's decided he is going to stop pushing like a madman, he should be
end of the game. It's 12-10. You'll be looking at 14 before it's a full buy for HUAT. Oh, that they've been playing so far, I don't feel up. And Destroyer gets one. Shuts it into a 1 versus 2. The swing by Neff. Ooh. And he's so close. He gives Flying a haircut, but in the end, it's not enough to take it across the line. HUAT 13-10 down, facing an eco.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think this is the beginning of the end. That they haven't looked particularly good on their T side, and unfortunately, the rounds that they have been winning have been like very, very, very close in there. And even in the early rounds, we were seeing them get a lot more bomb plants, making a lot more money. At this point, it's not really been going in that same direction. So Invictus back in the driver's seat. They've still got to be careful, though. They can't really afford to lose too many players. I will say that Ronan's bought a little bit more than I would have liked to see. Obviously, if he gets a kill or two, it's fine. They will leave him within the same position of the rest of the team. And there you go. Bottle's been absolutely owned. Destroyer is going to take the reface, and we'll get the trade. But the rest of the team, look where they're going, Mitch. They've run all the way back around. Viva and ZAI have given up the site. They might not even realize in time ZAI is going to get into position, but he's going to hear all the footsteps. This should be a bomb plant at least, and he's going to take the fight. Wins the battle, gets the second, and well, now Neff doesn't really stand a chance. Probably just going to allow them to defuse the bomb, hoping that maybe he can catch someone rotating. The fact is, they have absolutely no idea where he is, and, well, he has a chance for a 1v1 against the AWPer.
It's the weapon, even. There's a weapon here for him to pick up, I'm pretty sure. He's kind of presuming that they'll be sticking around looking for it. They've cleared out the site. They're just now starting to defuse, but there's still plenty of time. 5 seconds or so. And I think he just runs underneath. There we go. Picks up an M4. Mission accomplished.
Well, it's crunch time for HUAT. All in all, not a bad round, but at this point, they need more than just finances. They need to make sure that they're getting some rounds onto the board. They need to put the pain onto the economy of Invictus. It's going to be an aggressive push from them, looking to try and take the fight. And Viva, he's doing just that, but he's got caught out. Destroyer has found the trade, and oh my goodness, that's risky from Spiels. He's going to get away with it. In the meantime, Neff's trying to make a play back in the other direction, but it seems like Flying's aware of it. The Molotov, however, has gone past. Is he expecting anybody to be this far forward? The answer is no. And that's an opening onto the A side. A missed shot from Destroyer as well. That could be everything. He missed a second. That's 2 mistakes in the space of a moment. And now Neff, is he just going to be handed a third kill? Surely not. Bottle gets there in the end. He's going to throw out a Molotov. He doesn't realize someone's already crossed past. This is just a round of misinformation and misplays from the side of Invictus. And ZAI has made the decision just to hold on to his gun.
I think it's the right call, bringing that weapon forward, but a depressing round, really. Destroyer had that in the bag. If he just hits that, he has a teammate still on site. It's easy pickings for them. They've got balcony covered. He's able to just hold for middle. But a double whiff, and I know you said Destroyer likes to pick up that up, but maybe he should pick up the rifle again. He's 20 for 18, and a lot of that was first half. He was very impactful in the early stages of the first half, especially in finding them all these advantages. You know, here's where there's a little bit of a challenge for Invictus, potentially. I mean, they're on their last dollar and dime. If they lose this one, it's 13-14, and this is a real weight starting to build up on their shoulders. I think this is where the stress really begins if they lose this one.
Oh, fast play from Ronan. There's 3 players at the top of the banana, and the battle has gone the way of the CT side. Bomb in their control. This gamble stack that they've thrown in a few times now has been working massively. Neff manages to avoid the Molotov, but it seems like Flying's going to go pushing. Neff hoping to try and find a trade, but nothing going to come his way. And now the full force of this defense have all come in to just support on Banana. If they somehow manage to lose this round, I will be calling questions. Flying's actually getting wall banged. He's getting fairly low. That's a free kill. They do section them apart, but Viva is very quick to find a trade. Nice shot from Splashgate, but it won't matter. 15-11. Money in the bin as well for HUAT. It's looking like Invictus are going to be taking us to a third and final map. And as I said, this is classic Invictus style. They like to copy Tyloo in every aspect, and that includes losing a map.
Yeah, and decision making in losing maps to weaker teams, as you said, what they've had 1-2-0 in this tournament so far. Everything else has been 2-1s. Not a nice position to be in. I mean, if you're having that kind of struggle, how do you play versus the likes of a Tyloo? But hey, at least they're getting this one closed out fairly nicely. Destroyer in there with a double, so is Xiaosage. Splash K left all alone. There's not a lot he can do. He's moving up towards long. There's already 4 players on this site, one coming up through mid. This would have to be the nuttiest ace clutch. I think short of a spin bot, he's lost this round. And with that, Invictus do take 16-11 on map number 2. They've made the recovery, and they're bringing us the full distance all the way onto Mirage Tom. It's